All right, friends, we are live. Today is Thursday, January the 29th. Man, the first month of 2015 is already almost over. If you're watching this tonight, it's either because you're on my personal list, you're on my friend Corey's list, or you may just be one of on our personal teammates list. It doesn't really matter. The bottom line is whether you're promoting the IPAS 2 system like what we're going to be talking about tonight or something else, it doesn't really matter because the training that we're going to give you, you can use for any business. So if you haven't joined us yet or you're doing something else, then congratulations, you're going to get a lot of free training. And if you have partnered with us already, then we're just going to help you grow your business even more in 2015. So what I'm going to do real quick is just give you a quick story about me and then get and talk about a few things, and I'm going to turn it over to Corey. He's going to share some stuff about him and his story, and then he's going to share a little bit with you tonight about what he does to generate leads. And Corey, I'm sure you're probably ready to show proof of that and all that kind of stuff because there's an old saying that says the proof is in the pudding. So I'll turn that over to him a little bit. I'm going to share a little bit my story with you later on. Now I'll share with you some lead strategies that I use and some proof that they're working for me. So, strap the seatbelt on, get comfortable. We're going to be here for the next 59 minutes, and we're hopefully to share with you some positive information, some encouraging information, and also some informative and educational information. But one of the things that we really want to try to do on these Thursday nights is not necessarily just give you all kinds of just training that really you can get in the IPAS 2 back office, and even some of this training you can find at various places online. But the one thing that Corey will tell you and testify to this is the one thing that I've learned in my journey is that really the number one thing you need to work on is you, right? Or me. And the late Zig Ziglar called it stinking thinking. We've been indoctrinated and programmed to think negatively, to have pity parties, to blame everybody else for a lack of success. And I'm telling you, once you start working on you, and once I started working on me, things begin to change. And I mean, Corey's going to share that here in just a little bit. He'll tell you, I mean, this dude is on fire. He's attracting things into his life. First of all, I want to say this because I'm not ashamed to say it, that I give credit, and Corey I think will testify this as well. We give credit to God first of all, right? He allowed us to get up today. He gave us the abilities to do these things. I don't think it's by luck or by chance, right?
Amen.
And so, I don't want to preach here, but I'm just being real, is that's who we ultimately give the glory for, that he's given us the skills. However, God has also given us a brain, right? And he's given us some tools and resources that we can work on ourselves. You need to work on your purpose. You need to work on your vision. You need to work on anything that is hindering you from really believing that you can have success online. That's one of the first things you need to work on in your online journey, and the only way you can do that is to be on webinars like this, or read daily, get on other motivational webinars or conference calls daily, and I promise you your thinking will begin to change. So real quickly, a little bit about myself. My name is Rob. I'm here in my bedroom today. I live in Mississippi. I'm originally from Southern California. I've been married to my wife for 16 going on 17 years, and I started my online journey about 6 years ago. And like a lot of people, I was kind of forced into it, really. But like a lot of people, I had these dreams and aspirations of making all this money and moving to some exotic beach somewhere and living in this big mansion. And the reality was, after 3 years, I had spent all this money. I'd stayed up many late nights trying to learn the secrets and chasing the gurus and all of this stuff. And after 3 years, I really had nothing to show for it. I was broke, I was frustrated, I was angry, I was about ready to give up, and I ran across a system like we're sharing with you tonight that really just changed my life. And for the first time, I began to really see it. And all of a sudden, I began to have a little bit of success and begin to crack the code to success. And then little by little, it just kind of built some momentums. I've had $10,000 months. I've had $500 months. Okay, just to be very honest with you. And so the reality is that everything that I was told about marketing online for my first 3 years was all a lie. It was really all just hogwash and garbage. I didn't get rich quick. I didn't have dump trucks showing up in my driveway, dumping money into my driveway. I didn't have any of that because the reality is this is a business. And I know Corey has his own business as brick and mortar business, and I've been a business owner too. And we can tell you that having a business takes work. And there's a myth out there that because you get on the internet, that it doesn't take hard work to make it work, and that's the farthest thing from the truth. Okay, this business takes work, and we do not want to hype anything. We do not want to overpromise anything because of the fact that we have no idea what you're going to do with the information that we're going to give you. But I can tell you this, and I told Corey this a little over a year ago when I met him online, that if you will be consistent, if you will work on yourself, if you will stay with it through the hard times and the tough times, I promise you, your breakthrough is right around the corner, and you'll begin to see the results that you and your family deserve. And so about 3 years ago, that's when it all started changing for me. And has it all been a bed of roses these past 3 years? Absolutely not. I've had years where I've done almost 10,000 leads with YouTube using free YouTube videos, and people flag my channels, and my whole business go from making all this money to nothing in one day, right? But I had a choice to make. Either I quit or I continue to move forward and do something to overcome that obstacle, and I chose to move forward and do something. Friends, I'm just trying to be real with you tonight that this is a real business. It takes hard work. There's an old saying that a friend of mine says, all hustle, no luck. That's true, man. You got to hustle. You got to get out there and do it. And don't think because you post 3 YouTube videos or 3 ads on Facebook that millions of people are going to come running to join you, because that is the farthest thing from the truth. Now, here's what I do want to tell you real quick, and then I'm going to turn it over to Corey. Okay? We're going to show you proof tonight that our strategies are working. Okay? Corey's method's a little bit different than mine, but here's the reality. I get asked this all the time. And Corey does too, right? He's going to shake his head in a few minutes or seconds. What's the best method out there, right? That's what everybody asks. There's got to be a secret best method, and the reality is there isn't one, friends, right? Corey's personality is different than mine. Corey was made with his personality, and he an individual by God to be what he is called to be, and I'm the same way. And so what I'm passionate about and what works for me is going to be different than works for him. Now, we do have similar strategies, but the point that I'm trying to make is you got to find one, maybe two. I recommend one if you're brand spanking new, but maybe two if you're a good multitasker. Find 2 strategies that you can master and stay consistent with, right? You're going to hear me say that word a lot again like I did last week. Consistency is key. And you need to find 1 or 2 that works best for you. I'm a YouTube guy, right? I'm a paid marketing guy. Corey is a Craigslist guy. He's a Facebook guy. We're both blogging guys, right? He probably blogs a little bit more than I do, but the reality is there's no one best way, because whatever way or ways that you choose, if you're consistent and your passion for your business is bleeding through that, you're going to get results, period. Okay? So I want to make that very clear as I turn it over to Corey, and he begins to share with you a little bit of his story. He shares with you some of his marketing strategies and shows you proof that it's actually working. So take it away, buddy.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. You're right, man. It's what you told me a year ago about staying consistent, through the trenches, getting through those hard times, getting through those first little wins, and even struggling through those because those little wins weren't enough, but still staying with it. There were so many times where I was ready to just call it quits, or my wife wanted me to call it quits, and or I wasn't paying enough attention to my real estate business, and I don't know, there was just something about this system that we're working, and about Rob's training, and about the success that he had, and I've seen so many others have, that made me just want to stay with it, and told me, okay, just don't give up yet, And now looking back, I'm thankful for two things. I'm thankful that I didn't give up, and I'm thankful that I went through that struggle, because that has molded me into not only a believer, but learning and growing and finding out the things that don't work and the things that do work, so that I can, just hone my craft and improve my business a little bit every day. So I'm really grateful that I did, and I really would encourage everybody on this webinar. You're in network marketing probably somewhere. You may have just been introduced to this world, but most of you have probably been in network marketing in some capacity or another. And so my advice to you is, there's lots of systems out there that will work, but if you find a really good one, a really good system that's high converting, and I'm going to tell you right now, through all the systems that I've tried, nothing has come remotely close to IPAS 2. But you find that system, stick with it every day, work it, and you will see results. Okay, so just be encouraged that if you're in network marketing now, I can tell you there's really not another system that has come close to this. So with that said, let me just pop on my screen here, and let me find my share screen button. There we go. Share screen. And I'm going to pop over to show you just a few different areas of proof of income and results that come from the IPAS system that I'm getting every day. All right, so Rob, give me just a confirmation real quick. You can see my screen okay?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, good. So right now I'm on my email, and you can see we're on today's date, yesterday here, January 28th, the day before. Now check this out. Just from my marketing efforts, and most of my marketing efforts are free strategies. Okay, I don't pay for a lot of traffic. The only thing I really do pay for is I'll buy a couple of paid Craigslist ads, which I'll explain here in a little bit, and I'll buy a couple of those a week. But otherwise, 90% of the traffic and the leads that I'm getting are from free strategies: social media, free Craigslist ads, YouTube videos, blogging, emailing my list that I've built up over time. That's really lately been a huge resource, a huge source of leads, because now I've built that email list to almost 5,000 subscribers. When I first started IPAS, I was at about 1,000. So I'm getting 2 or 3 sales per week just by emailing my list once or twice a day, usually once in the morning with some proof of my previous day's results, or maybe even that morning's results, because a lot of times we'll wake up and we'll find email notifications that we've made 30, 60, 90 bucks already, and so I'll email my list that. And so you can see here, like today, for instance, I had, where am I here? I want to, hang on just a second here, I got one too many words in there. There we go. So I've had 2 $7 trial sales and 1 $1 trial sale, and I've had 2 rebill sales. So that was, each of those was $32.90, 33 bucks roughly. So we're looking at 66 bucks. And then another upsell commission, and that's from when you first get into the system. You've paid your 7 bucks. You're presented immediately with an upsell product called 6-figure shortcuts, and when they buy that for 47 bucks, depending on the level you're at, you get 50 to 70% commission, And I'm telling you right now, if you looked at that and you haven't bought it yet, I can tell you that about 50% of all my trial signups end up purchasing that upsell product as well. So not only am I making, the commission on the $7 trial sale and the $47 rebill when they renew in 7 days, but I'm also earning another 50% of that $47 on that upsell. So that's another great source of income. But so that was just today. Yesterday, I had 2 of those rebills. I had 5 trial sales. Right here you see the 5. And I had 3 upsell commissions. Okay? So you can see, you can just go down the line here, January 27th, January 26th, 25th, 24th, 23rd. There's results every day. And like Rob said earlier, there's really no one secret, okay? But there are several strategies that you can explore yourself, and whichever one just kind of jives with you, oh, that's the one you want to tackle, and you want to get passionate about it, and you want to master it so that you can do it in your sleep, or preferably, it can be doing it while you're sleeping, okay? And I'm going to get into that here in a second, too. So that's one set of results. I'm going to show you my IPAS back office here. And this is our stats page. And this is just from today, okay? Now, when you look at this, you might think $70 is a good day. You might think it's not all that much. This was actually kind of a slow day, okay? I actually woke up to that $70 already, all right? So since I've woken up this morning, I haven't had any additional sales, but you can see, I just ran a Craigslist ad here a little while ago, a paid ad, and a couple hours ago this was sitting at around 120. Now I've got 344 visits for the day, and a little while ago this was sitting at about 30 leads, and in the last couple hours, because of that Craigslist ad, it's jumped up to 88 leads. I've actually not seen that big of a jump in a long time. Hopefully that's not a glitch in the system today, but it's not surprising, because when you run a well-placed Craigslist ad, those are the kind of results that can just happen real quick. And so now I'm going to show you real quick my commission page here, and this is where it gets exciting. Okay, let me pause that here. This is where it gets exciting, because those $33 commissions a couple times a day, those are great. And building that up monthly to a residual, $1,500, $1,600 monthly residual income, that's fantastic. But here's the fun part. This is where the system really does work, okay? I just got an all-in black sale last night, and so today they finalized their purchase, and because if you've gone through the system and you understand how all of those products work, excuse me, then you'll understand this. If you haven't, I'm not gonna go through a lengthy explanation, but I made a master's course sale either before or after I made the lower product tier. Okay, I made the sales on those, so my commissions are offsetting. So right now, as I'm getting a black sale, instead of the $3,000 commission that you would get if all of those products were purchased together all at the same time, mine are offset. So one black sale will give me a $2,000 commission, and then the next one will give me a $1,000 commission up until about the 5th sale, when I stop passing them all up, or all the other, every other sale up to my sponsor. Then the next 4 sales, you see this right here, the next 4 black sales in a row will result in a $3,000 commission. So I think I've got 2 more sales to make to get to that point. so I won't be trading $1,000 and $2,000 commissions. But that's beside the point. The point is, a $988 day today, this $156 yesterday, that was just from IPAS commissions. This is from an all-in sale. And so it's resulting in my total week last week of over $1,600, almost $1,700, and my monthly commissions at just over $4,500. And I just hit a major, for me, milestone in reaching over $10,000, and that was until today. Now I'm just under $11,000. So you can see that this system really does work if you apply what we're teaching you here. So what are we teaching you? Like Rob said, he's a little more into YouTube and a little more familiar with some of the paid traffic sources like Bing pay-per-click, YouTube pay-per-view or pay-per-click, and things like that, Facebook pay-per-click. Whereas I've really focused more on social media, Facebook messaging and Facebook posting, hitting the Craigslist ads and letting that work. And part of what makes this work for me, because I can't sit there and post on 500 Facebook groups all day long. It would literally take all day long. And you may or may not have heard of different auto posters out there, but the one I use is called Mass Planner, and you can just go to massplanner.com and check it out. And they actually have an affiliate side of that too, which is free. So if you decide you want to purchase Mass Planner, I think it costs $10 per month or $35 per 6 months. And then if you're an affiliate and you get people to sign up and purchase that through your affiliate link, you actually earn 50% commissions. And so, every couple of weeks you're going to get a $50 to $75 check depending on how heavily you advertise that. I'd much rather spend my time advertising IPAS 2 because obviously, as I just showed you, the results are much better, the commissions are much better, and a lot more fun to receive. So one last place I wanted to show you proof of commissions is, here's my Empower Network. And if you don't know, Empower Network, the products within Empower Network are the upgrade products that IPAS 2 uses as their profit maximizers. You'll hear about that in the videos, okay, the first 5 formula videos. And so these product maximizers are made up by the Empower Network. You can see here the viral blogging system, the inner circle, top producer formula, team building formula, and the mass influence formula. Each of these can be purchased separately. However, what we're trying to do is show people that, or why and how it's so important to position themselves for success in this business by going all in. And it's the biggest challenge right there. It's a pretty big pill to swallow. But if you can get your mindset right and wrapped around this concept that this is an investment, and it's a pretty sizable investment, but I'm showing you, I'm living proof that that investment is paying off, and it's starting to pay off, in a big way. I've already doubled that investment, and now everything, from here on out is purely, 90% profit. So these commissions, as you can see, I just earned this. This is $801. This is from the all-in sale that I got yesterday, and it shows there's a difference here. It shows $988 here. Part of this was IPAS. $70 of this was IPAS, so really $900, and part of it gets held back. I think it's 10%, if I'm not mistaken, Rob. Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And it's released in 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's released in 6 months. Basically, that's held for any refunds or chargebacks that may occur between now and 6 months from now when that's released,
Yeah.
so that they're not trying to, put you in a negative situation by any means. And plus, that's a great little nugget of income to look forward to once you get this thing rolling and you're into it for a while. So I'm just now. I've been in Empower Network, I think, since February of last year, and now it's nice to start getting these 10, 15, $20 chunks added to my weekly commissions from Empower. So that gives you a good picture of the type of results that I've been getting. And Rob said that I would touch a little bit on my story and how this has really changed my life and my outlook on life. I'm a commercial real estate broker. I've owned my own brokerage since 2009. I've been a real estate agent since 2000. And I'll tell you what, after that market crash, it really just did a number on my business. And I was never really able to fully recover, and I've had to find different part-time jobs to make ends meet. I've got a large family. I've got 8 kids. My oldest is now married and moved out, and my second oldest is engaged to be married here within the next year. And so I've still got 6 kids in elementary through high school that I've got to take care of, and so that's my why. That's my purpose for not giving up on this business and not throwing in the towel. And why I mentioned before, I was so grateful to have somebody like Rob to mentor me, coach me, and encourage me to stick through it, to stick it out, and get through those hard times. He kept telling me, just like he said earlier, your breakthrough is right around the corner. You just got to hang with it and be consistent. And so I did. I mean, even on the days that I just didn't feel like doing it, I mean, I was a beast. I was really just working this every day, believing that someday it would turn around. And when IPAS 2 came out, and I just, was, going all out, gung-ho, promoting this from the start, people must have been able to see my enthusiasm, my belief, my commitment into this business, because I was getting signups right away. And it was like the previous system I was with, I might get 1 or 2 a week at most. And all of a sudden with IPAS 2, I was getting 1 or 2 a day, and then 2 or 3 a day. And now it's, I range anywhere from, some days I'll still have, every once in a while I'll have a day where I don't have any. But the norm now is anywhere from 3 to 5 signups per day. And so what I wanted to touch on real quick, a couple of things, is that Mass Planner program, which I kind of got off on a rabbit trail here, but this is, I'm just going to show you the module real quick. And what this does, it does 2 things for me basically. It posts automatically to my Facebook groups. Okay, so all I've got to do is set the time intervals that I want it, to post from posting to one group to posting to the next group. So, for instance, in that case, I would have it set at, posting 120 or 60 to 120 seconds apart, and it'll just run all day long. And then I tell it which groups to hit too. It's called a destination list, and so here is, let me get to this account here. This is what the module looks like. Okay, you guys see? Have you seen that? Okay, Rob.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is, I'm just going to show you a sample campaign. Okay. Each campaign runs anywhere from 1 to you want to post. All right. So here's a sample of one of my posts for IPAS. Let me get in here and just show you. So it's got some text, 100% risk-free, guaranteed, proven, $50,000 a month method. Goes down to my link, 7-day trial, and of course the income disclaimer. I've got to get better about including the income disclaimers on all of my posts. They're really supposed to be including that, but for this purpose, I just want to show you how this works. So that's the post. So you just go in here and create your post text. You put your image, upload it, you add post, and it goes to post list. It's ready in the queue. And then, you can click on your history tab. It's a little slow. And I'm running on an older machine. But, man, it's really slow. The history will tell you how many groups out of the total groups you're posting to, how many groups it's already posted to so far, and it'll give you any error messages and whatnot. So I'm not sure why that's going so slow. But, oh, now it's not going to respond. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there's the history. So it gives you a rundown of all the posts that you've already run through the campaign. And then as far as the campaign goes, what you do is you create a destination list, and this destination list is your list of groups that you want that campaign to post to. And you can see the settings down here, the time settings between posts. So it's a great tool. Here's the destination list. So it'll pull in all of your groups that you're a member of on Facebook. And then you just click on the ones that you want in that particular destination list. And I've got a whole tutorial on this. I'm not going to go through this whole thing and describe exactly how to set it up. Just want to give you a picture of how this makes my life easier, because it posts. You can see I've got 3 different campaigns here, and each campaign I've got, posting to at least this destination list, which has almost 400 groups in it, 393 groups. Excuse me. So you can see, I've got this going out to 500, almost 1,500 groups, the same 500 3 times, but they're not the same ad. Okay, so I've got one ad on this campaign, I've got another ad on this campaign. This is just a text ad. By the way, this ad right here, this text ad, I would welcome you guys to emulate it, but do not copy it verbatim. And the reason I say that is not trying to be selfish, but it affects both of us in a negative way when we're all copying and pasting the same message together or the same ad text and posting it on Facebook. But read this real quick, or let me just read it to you. I've been working on a project the last few months, and it's proven to work great for me. Taking my online income from under $400 to now over $2,700 per month. I need to change that because it's gotten higher now. I'm now looking to share my success strategy with people who want to make an extra $1,750 or whatever number you want to plug in there this month. Let me know if you're interested, and I'll send you some details with no strings attached. Excuse me. That message is just a killer lead source. I literally get about 50 responses to that every day, and at least a third of those responses end up clicking on the video and actually entering their email address. So I'm getting 20 good leads into my email subscriber list per day just from this one message. So we were talking about secrets earlier, and not that this is the end-all be-all secret, but it's a pretty good one. It's pretty good little hack that you can take and modify, change the wording up to fit your needs, excuse me, or your personality, and have that auto posting on Facebook groups. It'll bring in a lot of leads. So anyways, getting back to what I was saying, I've got all different posts for, and this last campaign is strictly for my blog posts. So whenever I create a blog, I'll write a little blurb about the blog and put the blog link in here, and I'll run that, and it's going to run to all those groups, bringing in even additional traffic. The great thing about that is you're going to get a lot more loyal followers with promoting blog posts than you are with or promoting just a pitch, in a group post or a Facebook post. Blogging is so powerful that I've really come to find out over the last month and a half, because it helps, or it allows people to enter your world and get to know you, and once they get to know you, certain people are just going to gel with you. Some people won't, and that's okay. But the world is big enough, it's populated enough that there's enough people out there that will gel with you and your style and your story, and that will resonate with them. And if you just keep, publishing or posting blog posts about yourself and, letting people know who you are, it's really a powerful way to get a loyal following. And so I'd encourage you, if you're not blogging, to get started on it right now. So that's my little brief presentation. $1 a month, but the hours per month saved is priceless, and I would not have the success I would not have the success today without that program coming across my lap. So the last thing I wanted to touch base on, if I've got just a couple more minutes here, Rob.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is Craigslist. We talked about Craigslist a little bit last week, but you had asked me to dig in just a little bit more, and if I can press the button here.
And while you're going to Craigslist, you said Mass Planner was $9.95 a month, or they can do 6 months and get a little bit bigger discount. But your $9.95 investment, what do you think that $9.95 investment generates for your business every month? Just a rough about figure. Now, you don't have to give exact, but.
Well, I get at least one sale per day from those automatic posts. So if you figure one sale, and let's say 30% of them turn into a rebill.
Okay.
That's what is that? 1 times 7. That's roughly 3 per week. 3, 6, 9, 12 times. Let's just say 10 times 40 or 10 times $33 commission. Easily $330 a month. So.
I mean, the bottom line.
To make 330, that I would do that all day long.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you basically, if you get one trial sale, you've almost paid for the whole program. That's in 1 month. If you got one trial sale a month, which you're getting 1 to 3 a day, but on the front end, you're making the money back. It seems like 5 times over there, and then on the back end, you're making it like 100 to 200 times over. That's what it seems like.
Right.
And I want to make a point, because what happens is, ladies and gentlemen, is that sometimes we don't realize that just, this is not always about investing just a lot of money, but if you can find a tool like this one here for $9.95, you can automate your business, which frees up your time and allows you to make this is really making money on autopilot here, because once you set it up, then Corey can live his life, and it's just doing it for him, and then he just tweaks it every day and maybe changes the message out every so often. But like he said, he has a video tutorial on this in the IPAS 2 group, and I definitely, if you want to do this strategy, I definitely would get with Corey, get his affiliate link, even if you're on my team, because I'm not doing this, and I want to give the love back to Corey because he's mastered this thing. And the point is, don't be scared to invest a little something in your business, because this tool has revolutionized his business for $9.95 stinking cents. Okay?
Yeah.
So just wanted to make that point and go ahead with the Craigslist, man.
All right, let me get back over here real quick. Okay, so Craigslist, you know, this is one of those great tools that is available to us, and it's mostly free. I mean, are you seeing my screen yet or no?
It's a delay.
Hang on, I just got to get over to that tab. Okay,
There you go.
so it's one of those tools that, from what I understand, Craigslist is the third most heavily trafficked website in the United States. And I know it's starting to grow big time globally, but a lot of people overseas aren't really familiar with Craigslist yet. And if that's you, that's okay because you can plug into Craigslist and start advertising to U.S. cities and, excuse me, and get the kind of traffic that I'm getting. And all that takes is, an IP address changer and a Craigslist account that it's easily set up for you. Somebody can do it for $5 for you if you really wanted to. But my strategy with Craigslist, and I've been using this strategy for about a year and a half now. And when IPAS 2 came out in September, it's like this strategy was made for IPAS 2. So what I want to show you are just a couple of simple text ads that I've put together. And I don't come up with all this stuff myself. I've taken from Levan and John Oakes and Chad Oxtad and some of these other guys, Ryan Maynard, and just kind of gelled all of that together into my own style. But some of the tips and tricks that you're going to learn from other people, that's just part of the business. We're always going to be learning. So this is a sample of one of my Craigslist ads, and I've got this posted in Salt Lake City, in the jobs category, in the sales subcategory. And so you can see that the first thing, the first tip that you want to apply to Craigslist is having some kind of catchy title that's going to help you stand out from the pack. If you've ever been on Craigslist, and I'm sure you have, sifting through that, pages and pages of ad titles, that's just, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's one of the most boring looking web pages you're going to see. It's just no background. It's just all text, just this big, long, daunting list of job opportunities. And so you need a title that's going to stand out. And there's a couple ways to do that. Catchy words are great. I would stay away from weird symbols and symbol images that people make up, because that really just kind of pegs your ad as a possible spammy ad, and they'll likely flag it, take it down. But see how I've broken up these words with a few dots in between, and then the wording itself: apply here, we train, you prosper. It leaves a bit of mystery. Okay, it doesn't really give them a whole lot of information, and so they're going to be a little more inclined to click to see what it's about. But the kicker is right here. This portion right here is actually, let me see if I can go back over to my account in a new tab. That's the location field. Anyways, that all right, here we go. Let me go to my account here real quick. And let me just go to edit and edit text. So you put the title here in the posting title box, and then the specific location. A lot of people think you're required to put your location in there, and that's absolutely not the case. And so what I do is I use that as an opportunity to build a little more interest, a little more excitement about what this opportunity or what this job ad is offering. And so I'll put something like this $89.50 per month in 90 days, or $2,000 per week in 90 days, or five figures per month, in just a few months, something like that to really catch their attention. And ever since I started doing that, which is right about when IPAS came out, I saw my traffic from Craigslist just skyrocket. So that's, my text is really pretty basic, looking for hardworking, self-motivated, just kind of the same old, what you're going to see in a lot of Craigslist ads. It's not real specific about what the description is or what the job details are. It just says, for details, visit this link. And I always try to bold this link. And you do that just by, the bracket with the B in between, and then the bracket with the end tag, whatever you call that, the end hashtag, or slash, /, and then B, that B stands for bold. And so that's how you just bold any text that you want to bold. And then, got only serious individuals need to apply. Sometimes I'll say, do not email me or do not reply by email. Details are only available at the link above. So that will just, that'll cut down on people. I'm still going to get people that just don't listen, or they've got some autoresponders, and I'll still receive emails from them, but that's just a basic text ad. And then the other one I wanted to show you real quick is an image ad. And this one here is a paid ad that I did in the city of Phoenix. So this was 25 bucks. Anytime you post in the jobs category of one of the major cities in the U.S., LA, Chicago, New York, Phoenix, Atlanta, Houston, all those big cities, it's going to cost 25 bucks. However, I usually double or triple at least that investment with every ad from the signups and the commissions that I earn on IPAS. So this is a clickable image ad, all right, which you can easily do. All right, it's just a matter of, what I did here is I took my capture page, which let me see if I can pull one up here real quick. Here we go. Pause the video.
Hi there, and welcome to the Marketing Center. Now, this is where you're going to...
Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to pull up the capture page that this is the one that I like the best. I took some of the text from one of the other capture page, or from one of the other funnels, copied it onto this geographical capture page, and now look, I don't want that. Quit it. Okay, this tool right here is called Jing, J-I-N-G, and you can just Google Jing. It's a free tool. It's a screen capture, program or software, and it's just as simple as clicking, dragging the area you want, and releasing, and then saving. Okay, so if you're looking for a really easy and free screen capture tool, Jing, J-I-N-G. You can just Google it, and it's a free download. All right, so it's drag and drop. I just selected the area that I want. I saved that to my computer, and that's how I got this image. What I did was I cut out, once I saved it to my computer, I cut out the area that asked for your email address, because obviously they can't do that on a Craigslist ad. I just want them to click that button. The whole ad is actually clickable, but this gives the impression that the button is clickable. They click on it, and boom, it goes straight to that same capture page. And so this is a real effective way of driving in leads using the paid Craigslist ad. And the only other thing I want to add right now, and again, we've got some killer training videos on Craigslist posting for a more in-depth training on that. But what I want to say here is make sure that your ad is congruent with your offer. And that means with your capture page, with your sales page. If it's not IPAS 2 that you're working on and you're working some other business, same thing. Just make sure that your ad is congruent with your offer and with your capture page. And that way, for one, you're going to get less people flagging your Craigslist ads. And secondly, you're going to get people, or more targeted traffic and people that are now trusting that, yeah, what they saw in the ad is what they're being offered. And so that trust factor goes up a little bit when you can do that. So that's it for now for my little presentation on Craigslist. I'll give it back to you here. Let me get off the screen sharing, and you can take it away, Rob.
Sure. Well, no, thanks for sharing that. The bottom line, guys, is that you just got to find something that you can really get behind, and you're passionate about, and that's really what it boils down to. But what I want to do as we close out, I'm not going to share any of my stuff tonight just because of the fact that we're just down to a few minutes here. Corey did a great job of sharing enough training here for tonight, but I do want to share a couple of things with you as we close shop and as we kind of wrap things up, because we want to keep these things to an hour. Let me see if I can get this thing to work here real quickly. I'm just going to share my screen, share a couple of things with you, and then we're going to get out of here for tonight, and then we'll be back here again next Thursday. Let's see, that was what you were sharing. Let's see, I think this was commissions there. I'm just going to show you this real quick. I won't get into commissions and all that tonight. I'll show you proof of what I'm doing next week. But the bottom line is today is the 29th, and so in one of my IPAS lists I got 29 leads, and in the other one that I have 11. Yesterday I have 40 in one list and 13 in the other. The bottom line is, let's see, in the past 7 days, 129 and 46 in the other. This is just one of my list, autoresponders with GetResponse. It's my main one, and I have another one too that I capture leads with. But the bottom line is, you have to be consistent in generating leads. So whether that's YouTube or whether that's on Facebook or that's Craigslist, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, you have to make sure that you're consistent. I use a lot of paid traffic, and next week, I promise I'll share on this more in detail, because it'll take me probably about a good 30 minutes. But, whenever you search online, like on Yahoo and Bing or even Google, but Google doesn't actually let you do ads like this anymore. I just typed in "make money online," that people pay for their ads to show up here at the top, right? At the top here, and then down the side where it says ads. And we teach people how to do that, right? To get on the first page simply by bidding a certain price to be on the first page and people seeing your ads. And like Corey said, if you come up with good ad copy, have a good headline that stands out, and your offer is your ad is congruent to your offer, you can have some really good success. Like yesterday, I did, yesterday I did 40 leads. Well, those 40 leads wound up costing me about $35 and some change, so my lead cost was less than $1 for the lead. And I think I wound up making 4 sales, out of that. So, for me, this fits my lifestyle better because I can just, bid for this click, the system does the rest for me, and then I can go live my life, and it's just kind of, on autopilot for me, and I just kind of come back and check it. But this is training that you will get in IPAS, okay? However, you have to be at a certain level in IPAS to get the in-depth training for Yahoo and Bing pay-per-click, because this one training alone, literally, one of our top guys in Empower Network and in IPAS is a guy named John Morose. He's one of the 14 verified millionaires within our system, and he teaches how to do this step by step. And so, I mean, literally, if this guy's a millionaire because of his training like this, then, I mean, he could charge so much more money than he just, gives a very comprehensive training. in the back office. But here's what I'm going to do for all of you tonight. Get all of your new people on this. You be back next week, and I'm going to give you, I won't give you everything just because of the fact that wouldn't be fair to those who have actually invested in their business and the training's already there, but I'm going to give you enough to get started if this is the direction that you want to go. So we'll do that next week. All right, I got 5 minutes here, so I'm going to go really, really quick. Here's what I want to talk to you real quick as we close shop tonight. Number one is I want to encourage you to get all in. What do we mean by that? You're not going to make any serious money with this system just at the IPAS level. Now, let me say this. You can make good money, okay, with just the IPAS system and not have any of the profit maximizers. However, just like Corey testified earlier tonight, and Corey, did you get that black sale through Craigslist? Is that what you said earlier, or through another somewhere else?
Yeah, I've had since September, I've had a total of 5 black sales. One of them canceled out, so leaving 4 that I actually either earned a commission or passed a commission up to, and 3 of those 4 black sales were from Craigslist.
Okay, so let's just put it in perspective. $25 ad or free ad on Craigslist, because Corey was all in. If you get a $3,000 commission off a free ad, then you've just 3,000% ROI, right? Because it didn't cost you anything. If you do the $25 ad, I don't know what the math would be on that because I'm not that great in math, but the bottom line is, by positioning yourself, by getting all in and getting all the profit maximizers, let me tell you something. I don't want to hear excuses, and I'm not trying to be a legalist here and trying to condemn anyone. If you're doing the best you can do, hey, that's great. Work hard, scale up, get yourself, all in as soon as possible. However, I'm telling you this. Once you get all in, you will begin to attract people that want to get all in, because people generally will only get in up to the level that you're at. And if you're only at the IPAS level, then a lot of times the people that you bring in are going to stay there, okay, at just the basic level. However, at the same time, you are going to get people that will see the vision of it, see it from the very beginning. They'll go all in, and if you don't have that money, if you haven't positioned yourself correctly for faster and bigger income, then what's going to happen is you're going to be passing up 90% of that, or actually more, like 95% of that income to your sponsor. And there's nothing worse than getting an email that says, "Congratulations, you just lost a $3,000 commission." Trust me, you only want to get that like once, and that's it. Okay, so I want to encourage you, if you can't get all the profit maximizers today, put a plan in place. Okay, put a plan in place. I actually borrowed the money to do it. That's how much I believed in it, and I made a plan to pay it back within an X amount of time, and I was able to achieve that goal. Here's why. Because you want to promote a system like IPAS that has a low front-end avenue but helps you maximize your ROI with a high back end. Okay, these are the most successful systems on the internet, because I'm going to tell you something. He made a $3,000 commission. He would literally have to sell 100 of just the basic IPAS, the $30-something commissions, to make what he did with one sale, because he was all in. See, it's just as easy to make one $3,000 sale, right? It's actually easier than it is 100, $30-something commissions. Okay, so I'm trying to make sense to you today. Don't let your negative thinking, don't let excuses stand in the way of you and your financial dreams. I promise you, and if you'll do this, and you will sow into your life, into your family's life, you'll begin to reap the benefits. I got to go quick here, so I got about a couple of minutes. Number 2, master 1 to 2 internet marketing strategies that we teach you. Everything we're showing you is either in our personal IPAS group or it's in the IPAS 2 back office. We're not stingy here. Okay, we're giving you so much information on how to brand yourself, market yourself, and all that it's ridiculous. All right. Here's the thing, though. Provide value, right? This is what Corey was talking about with blogging. Make sure you provide value and provide valid solutions, right, or remedies to your audience's pain. Okay? Make sure, because all of your audience, including you watching on tonight, have some kind of pain. Whether that's I want to be financially free and spend time with my kids, whether I want to learn how to do this, or whether I want to be to travel around the world, whatever the case may be. Okay? So provide value and provide and offer valid solutions to your audience pain. And then number 3 is take consistent, and underline the word consistent, massive action. It's not enough to take massive action for 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 45 days. You got to be in this thing for no less than 90 days of just consistent, massive action. And I've never seen anyone that's done that has not begun to generate some awesome results in their business. And then finally, here, because I'm about a minute over tonight, is go over, or just a reminder, if you haven't activated your $7 trial account, do that today. Okay, $7 allows you to test drive the system. Or even take it a little bit further, that's a risk-free offer, right? For some reason, if you couldn't afford $7, they'll even refund it back to you if you cancel within that test drive period. But you can actually test drive our system for $7, right? So go ahead and do that now. If you haven't done that, get back with your sponsor. If we're not your sponsor, Corey or myself, do not try to join through us. Go back to the person that directed you here. Number 2, go through all the initial training. There's 5 videos that you need to go through. Okay, go through all that. I know they're lengthy videos, I will tell you right off the bat. However, they will help you lay the solid foundation that you need to have success. This is actually part 2 here, but I didn't put it in one step. Connect with one of our success coaches if your sponsor has that option. If they don't, they are your coach. However, with me, I have a coach that helps me get with all the people that I need to get with every day and begin to walk out a game plan for them and help them take that next step to having success. And then 3, if your coach isn't your sponsor, connect with your sponsor, right? Reach out to them. You be proactive and reach out to them, and get to know them and say, hey, what do I need to do to, make this thing work for me? But here's the thing I want to caution you, okay, today. Don't blame anyone else for your lack of success, because at the end of the day, you have to look in the mirror and go, everything is really up to me. It's not up to the coach. It's not up to the sponsor. It's totally up to you. If you want to make 2015 the best year of your life, you are going to have to take responsibility for your success. Okay? So I just wanted to give you a little reminder there. I want to give you some reminders that this is what it takes to make it online. This is not a pie-in-the-sky deal. This is not some get-rich-quick scheme. This is a real, honest, legitimate business, and those that are having success, and we're going to have some more testimonies come on in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to hopefully get my friend Brad Gaines, if he's watching tonight. I want to get him on there. We want to try to get Malik on here hopefully soon, and some others on our team that are having success. And if you ask them what's generating them success, they're going to say that they finally just said, no matter what, I'm going to make it work. Okay? Guys, that's really the secret. You got to take consistent, massive action, and you got to take responsibility for your own success, or it's never going to happen for you. Because here's what's going to happen. 2015 is going to go all the way to the end here. We're going to go all the way to the end of 2015, and you're going to be in the exact same position in 2016, and the only difference is you just blamed a whole bunch of people in 2015 for your lack of success. Okay? And I keep sounding like a broken record, but I'm telling you, I went through this for 3 years, and that's why I never made any money. Okay? God bless you guys. Share this with your list, right? Share this with your list. Share this with your friends. Share this on Facebook, whatever. If you're looking to attract people, share this with them, and let us help you get leads. Let us help you close people. Let us help you show other people that you're trying to prospect to that this is a real business. And we'll see you here next Thursday. And here's the other thing. Let us know what you really want training on. If there's something you don't get, we can't help you if you don't provide us any honest feedback, right? And so, God bless you guys. Corey, have a great night there in Arizona. I'm saying goodbye for Mississippi, and we'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye-bye.
Peace.